What do you want to talk about?
Wrestling! And here!
Wrestling?
Why?
It's wrestling.
It's wrestling.
Why? Why?
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Why not? Why not?
It's fake.
Fake? What the hell are you talking about? Fake? It's not fake.
Fake.
Wrestling's not fake!
Okay, wrestling.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Ronald Ray here, your boy with a cornbread accent. Welcome you to tonight's, or this week's edition, however you want to call it, Wrestling Gold Friday night. Yes, it is Friday. We all made it, or at least some of us did. For those of you who are having to work the weekend, that's off to you. We appreciate your hard work as well. And a little show of gratitude. Let's go ahead and open up a cold one here. Toast to everybody. I didn't want to. Anyway, cheers. Yes, a special cheers to the ones like me who have to work outside in this heat. Jesus. Like I mentioned yesterday, I was down in South Georgia. And what makes South Georgia that much worse? It's that much worse. It's bad enough you're fighting the heat, but you're fighting the gnats too. By golly, they got this gnats. Some places got little gnats that'll freaking bite you too. Luckily, I wasn't in that around those gnats, but they just fly around you, get up your nose. They like fly like this close to your eye, like right there. Swat away, then you'll have flies. That what makes working in South Georgia outside that. But hey, made it through it. Uh, be going there not Monday, but Tuesday next week. So um, get to fight those gnats some more. Then I think later on again, I'll have to probably do another Tractor Supply store down there. I'll be doing. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the good old days of professional wrestling. Back when wrestling was wrestling. Back when wrestling was real. Because damn it, it's still real to us. So If you join me live, hey, I'm on YouTube live, and I'm on Facebook live, and I'm on YouTube. Good God, picking already. And I'm on YouTube. So, whichever format you're watching me on, hit me up in the comments. Help your boy out. Hit that like button, especially if you're on Facebook. Uh, also, if you're not a subscriber yet or a follower on Facebook, hey, get on there and click on the subscribe button. Click on that follow button. Uh, greatly, that would be greatly appreciated. Like I said, help your boy out here. Also, hey, word of mouth, man. Go to your friends. Go to your family. Go to your next door neighbor. Go to, hey, you're at the grocery store. You're at Walmart, Target, Bloomingdale's. I don't care. Uh, any store, you're standing in line. Talk to the person in front of you. Talk to the person behind you. Talk to the person in that next aisle. Say, hey, check this fucker out. uh, might be entertained by it, especially if you're a wrestling fan. Yes, if it, like I said, we'll discuss wrestling. Any memories you got of anything I discussed tonight? Shoot to us, and sometimes later on we'll have a little extra time, and uh, any questions you might have or something like that, shoot them in the comments or the chat here. Um, Also, hey, if you just being a little shy, at least give me a hello. Uh, Hellos are always appreciated. Like Miss Brenda Watson, she has a alien there and gave me a wave. What's up, Brenda Watson? What's up, Joe King? What's up, brother Joe? Hello, Karen Poole with her big old pink hand. I don't have no pink drink. Just a high life and a bottle of water. Yep. Um, yeah, this like I said, hit me up. Hey, hey, if you're having a cold one right now, whether it's a cold Mountain Dew or a cold beer, let me know what you or a nice warm shot of whiskey. Not that I would recommend it. It's not really cold enough for winter yet. Which I will say, as much as I am kind of complaining about the heat, I can deal with this way easier than I can deal with 35-degree weather. I, I I just can't do that cold weather crap. I done said it a few times, and I'll say it again. I'll say it 100 times. If you let me. But yep. So yeah, let's like I said, we're going to talk about wrestling, not the weather. I am not Glenn Burns from WSB TV, so uh, check him out if you want to talk about the weather. Or does does Ken Cook? Does he still do it? Is he still on TV? Please tell me he didn't pass away or something like that. The feeling he's still alive, ain't he? I think he's. I'm not. Ken Cook, the weatherman for used to be. Well, I think where it's a CBS station. 46 now. It used to be Channel 5. Yes, I'm that old. And Glenn Burns was the guy from WSB Channel 2 who did the weather. Oh, retired? Okay. So at least Ken Cook was still alive. That was Ken Cook was my mom's favorite. Again, that gross. I actually met Ken Cook. Little town called Maysville, Georgia. Was having like a little fall festival, and I was a kid too. And he was there, I guess, shaking hands, kissing babies, signing autographs, all that, you know, you know, local weatherman, local celebrity type stuff. Nothing wrong with that. Of course, my mom ran into him, or we all ran to him, not ran into him, but we spotted him, and my mom got to meet him, so that was cool for her. So anyway, enough with that small talk. Let's get into the wrestling talk. Let's get the and how we started off with we talk about the history of pro wrestling. Uh, Today is August 1st, and everything I list here comes from August 1st in little years. That's too descriptive, not descriptive enough, a little too much. Could be. But anyway, let's get right to it. On this date in 1977, Ray Gunkel defeated Ox Baker in Savannah, Georgia. Following the match, Ray Gunkel passed out in the shower and was rushed to the hospital where he died of apparent heart attack at the age of 48. Uh, he was the reigning Brass Knuckles and Georgia TV champion at the time of his death. And of course, he had a wife named Ann Gunkel. The 72, August 72, I think. Uh, Earlier, wish I had a more of a Georgia historian to probably get me straightened out on the dates and anything. But I think few months after the passing of Ray Gunkel, and I think it was already depends on who you listen to and all that. I think it was already in the works for at least Ray to separate from the NWA and do his own thing. Allow the ABC, I think it's called the ABC booking office. Uh, Ray Gunkel, Paul Jones, not uh, the same Paul Jones who feuded with Jimmy Valiant, different Paul Jones. He just I think he was a wrestler, but then mostly promoted. And um, shoot, Buddy Fuller. Buddy Fuller had a part of it too. He was part owner of ABC Booking. Then uh, Buddy and Ray didn't get along, so right, I think it was maybe Earl Welch or one of his uncles. Let's just say they said, "Hey, you want to come do? You know, I'll sell you my piece of Georgia if you sell me your piece of Florida." Or basically, they traded. They traded everything, like traded uh, ownership of promotions because he owned a piece of Florida. Buddy was in Georgia, so they traded that, traded property and everything. So Buddy went to Florida. I think it was Earl that came to Georgia. But there's, like I said, they believe that things weren't just already in the works. He was starting to buddy up with Ted Turner, who presented WTBS. I don't think it was WTBS at the time, but Channel 17, Georgia Championship Wrestling in the studio and all that. Um, so basically, Ray dies, and Ann winds up taking the mantle, pulls out. Still, basically everybody goes. Uh, Jody Hamilton, the assassin, with his partner Tony Renesto, they go to what's going to be called All South Wrestling, owned by Ann Gunkel. Tom Renesto actually will retire, amass, and become head booker of All South, or the booker of All South. Everybody went with Ann Gunkel except for Bob Armstrong. Now I think it's basically because I think not sure if the Welch's or the Fullers broke him in, or they're the ones who kind of gave him the big break. Uh, Either way, he was pretty loyal to them. So Bob stayed. Bob actually, uh, I don't really want to call it snitch, but told him, say, hey, Ann brought me here to her office for a meeting, and this is what's going down tomorrow. Uh, the Studcast with Ron Fuller, he tells a more detailed accounting of all this. And of course, if you listen to me at all, I'm very reason I stop right there and kind of like go off on it. Very intrigued by this stuff. So, uh, so when this comes up, I always kind of say something about it. Also, on this date in 1972, Devon Dudley is born. So happy birthday, my brother. Devon, okay, it's not my brother. Devon Dudley. I'm pretty sure he's testifying somewhere. He's got a couple boys now who are wrestling, I do believe. Are they? I think they're in the NIL deal with the next in line deal with WWE, or they're already in the performance center and getting trained up. So hopefully that turns out, because I've seen pictures of them and they're pretty stout looking boys. So twins too. On this date in 1977, Gorilla Monsoon referees a match between Bruno Sammartino and superstar Billy Graham at Madison Square Garden. Minutes into the match, Graham flees the ring only to be carried back by Monsoon. The match is stopped at 14 minutes 5 seconds due to excessive bleeding. Attendance for that show was a sellout of 22,092, plus about 4,600 watching from the Felt Forum. Uh, Other matches on the card was Ivan Putski defeated Baron Von Raschke, Ken Patera defeated Chief Jay Strongbow, Peter Maivia defeated Nikolai Volkov, Professor Tour Tanaka and Mr. Fuji defeated Jose Gonzalez and Lynn Hurst. Tony Gurria and Larry Zbyszko defeated George Steele and Stan Stasiak, and Carlos Colon defeated Johnny Ross. Also on this date in 1977, Jerry Jarrett Promotions in Memphis, Tennessee, Mid-South Coliseum, drawing 11,300 people. They got to see Myers defeat Ed Lukert, North American Tag Team Champions. The Brute Bernard and the Angel defeat Jimmy Garvin and Ahmed Hussein. Pat Barrett and Cowboy Bob Ellis, along with Norville Austin, defeated the Exterminators and Dr. X. Plowboy Frazier defeated Bad Leroy Brown. Southern Tag Team Champions Jerry Brown and Buddy Roberts defeated Tommy Rich and Paul Orndorff. Norville Lawson would come back, performing double duty, and win a battle royal. And in the main event of that card, it was Jerry Lawler defeating Bill Dundee to win the Southern title in a hair versus car match. See, I mean, sometimes they recycle this stuff and it will still like sell out. Um, yeah, this was 1977, and I think they repeated the whole deal around 83 or 84. You know, continue on. It's really fascinating to see you like this, especially at that time, uh, carry on and be recycled and brought back to new and fresh eyes. Uh, like I said, I think it was might have been 85 or 86 where they kind of rekindled the whole feud thing. Uh, Jerry Lawler's shape wound up shaving Bill Dundee wife's hair and all that. On this date in 1985, the Glamour Girls, Judy Martin and Leilani Kai, defeated Desiree Peterson and Velvet McIntyre for the WWF Ladies or Women's Tag Team Championship. Actually, looking forward to the Women's Tag Team Championship match at SummerSlam. Judgment Day versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. That should be a good one. On this date in 1994, in Memphis, Tennessee, at the Mid-South Coliseum, Doug Gilbert defeated Brian Christopher to win the USWA title. Two talented dudes there. I mean, Doug Gilbert sometimes will be a hothead. He did that TV promo where talking about Jerry Lawler and his being Jerry Lawler, and Randy Hales up in the office smoking crack, and revealed that Brian Christopher was Jerry Lawler's son. But I think he had a few hot-headed moments born in Japan and all that. And uh, Brian Christopher, of course, member of Too Cool with Rikishi, Scotty Too Hottie. Unfortunately for them, he wasn't the shining member of that team. Hate to say, yeah, he was kind of third fiddle there on that team. Uh, Rikishi, of course, was the star of the team. Then Scotty Too Hottie with the worm, and Brian Christopher just couldn't really uh, get the same fan reaction as Scotty Too Hottie. On this date in 1996, Wing Kinemura pinned Masato Tanaka to become the first FMW Independent World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, FMW, home of Hayabusa. Talked about him a little bit a few weeks ago. Um, they had a little dark side of the ring about uh, about the founder and everything of FMW, the rise and fall of FMW. Not sure if that's on this date in 1998. World Wrestling canceled presented their 25th anniversary show in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, uh, at the Hiram Bithorn Stadium, drawing 13,000 people. Yeah, I think this is somewhere. I know they had a kind of a little, kind of a downspill a little bit after Bruiser Brody, but not sure if this is where they kind of picked back up. Anyway, El Hero and Richie Santiago defeated Espiantos 1 and 2. WWC Junior Heavyweight Champion Jerry Estrada defeated Black Boy. Perfect 10 defeated Brett Sanders. Invader 2, Roberto Soto. I want that's the same Roberto Soto that was in Georgia, who also jumped ship to uh, All South Wrestling during that time. Also made, I remember seeing him in Continental and all that good stuff. Had to Google that. Probably did it. It's a few minutes. Anyway, Invader 2 defeated Invader 3, Johnny Rivera, in a mass versus mass match. WWO Intercontinental Champion Hero Jr. defeated Battle Mil Mascaras to a double DQ. I don't think Mil Mascaras was going to do a job. Glamour Boy Shane pinned Villano 3 to win the WWC Puerto Rican title. Carlos Colon defeated Ray Gonzalez to win the WWC Universal title, and Ricky Santana defeated Texano in a hair versus hair match. And last but not least, on this date in wrestling history, they just put August of '99, but they didn't say what date, but we'll just put on this one. A new line of independent action figures begins being marketed called Legends of Wrestling. The first two figures included Abdullah the Butcher and King Kong Bundy. Each comes with a regular and a blood splatter variant. So, yes, I do remember these. I think they were advertised just about every magazine. PWI, New Wave, and Wild Magazine will have these figures advertised. I ain't gonna lie to you. Never bought any, but look like figures you just want to, of course, kind of out of that. I think if I was a kid, younger, if I seen these, like kind of stiff, whatever, you couldn't really do anything with. Like I said, when I was a kid, my favorite figures was the AWA Remco figures, WWE or WWF, excuse me. Those are big, rubbery, bulky ones. Didn't really like those too much, but pretty sure they would have been fine if you bought them and hung them up on your wall or something like that, kind of collector's deal. Maybe as soon as I can move out of here and uh, get a second bedroom. That way I have a room to work in type deal. Might get some collector items. Bought that some posters put in there. I miss having a second bedroom. Oh, that second number third one. It's always either one. Okay, first place I lived at like totally by myself was a studio deal. What I mean studio is like living room, bedroom, kitchen, all like together. That was my first place, and second place I got with my brother. It was a two bedroom, uh, but my bedroom and his bedroom. Then third place I got was a two bedroom by myself, and that was pretty cool having this like my own little uh, room where I had TV and all my game systems, posters, and t-shirts. But other than that, one place was girlfriend bedroom. Didn't really had too much fun in that one. Still had my game and my old bed that came new again. And another two bedroom. Then here was just bedroom. Just having a two bedroom. Any memories? Anybody want to share of any of this stuff? But like I said, I always like the EWA. To me, I mean, I know they didn't bend at the knee or anything like that, but they still had at least moving legs, moving arms. Uh, the WWF ones were just there, rubbery. And did not have the AWA ring, had the WWF ring. I had cool figures, Ricky Steamboat, Junkyard Dog, Nikolai Volkov, the Iron Sheik. As far as AW, I had Larry Zbyszko, Nick Bonwinkle, Stan Hansen, Jerry Blackwell, Rick Martel, Baron Bob Rashke, Stan Hansen, two others. So those were the cool figures. Now when I got older, it was like, here's actually pretty cool. That's neat. Yeah, I can't do anything with that. But one of the independent shows I go to, Southern Fried Championship Wrestling, there's a guy there who sells belts and figures and stuff like that. I have not asked him about pricing, but yeah, that concludes today in wrestling history. Um, now I remember when I was a kid watching Stars Wrestling. Used to love watching the Puerto Rican stuff, and I did after the Bruiser Brody thing. I was like, I fell asleep before that. I didn't mind the Bruiser Brody. Man, how dare they do that to Bruiser Brody? But yeah, getting ready to do our watch along. Of course, the watch along is the WWF, or excuse me, WWWF from 1977. Yes, 1 year and almost 6 months. Um, share yeah, share the link. Yeah, once you're ready, just let me know. I'm ready myself. I also listened to another podcast this afternoon. Yeah, I was talking about being in Georgia and stuff like that, uh, and talking about how back in that time, there was no internet, no not even, I think at the time he started wrestling, there was not even superstars wrestling on WATL's 36. So only way he knew about other wrestlers were through the magazines, like we all did at that time. And he didn't mention or anything like that, but put a question on here or on his comment section. I asked him, it's like, hey, so did you watch it when Black Saturday happened? If so, what was your initial reaction? He hasn't got back to me yet. So yeah, I mean, if you know any kind of old school wrestling fans, hey, drop them this. Like I said, I would love to hear from them, get their initial reactions of what they thought was going down at those times. Give me their opinion. Who do they like, the feuds they liked at the time. I always think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, when you guys are ready, let me know and I'll cue it up. But how was everybody else's work week while we wait a few minutes or wait a moment? It says I'm on. Online. I think there's a way I can. I know there's like a 30-second uh, break in between. I think it's like 30 seconds between what I say and do and where everybody gets it. But yep, I am queued up, ready to go. Was queued up, ready. Do I need to stall any more time, or we gonna keep it up here? And I've not obviously I've not seen this episode, so kind of funny, almost not really funny. Haha. A funny little circumstance. It just kind of dawned on me totally by accident that last week, of course, we lost Hulk Hogan. Had an AWA episode before he went to WWF, of course, and even before the whole Hulkamania thing happened. Now we're going to watch some WWWF uh, before Hulk Hogan even. I don't think Hogan had arrived at this point. Could be wrong. Like I said, I have not watched this episode. So I was trying to get again. I was trying to get around August 1st, or or a little after, to kind of see the buildup of the Bruno Sammartino Superstar Billy Graham match, but didn't find it, of course. I'm pretty sure last week there'll be tons of stuff from August, whenever August 8th, or episodes from second or something like that. I can't find anything from August of like 86 and 93 and like this stuff. Nothing August of 76. Couldn't even find anything August of 77 as far as Memphis or anything else. I should try 72 Georgia, but it, go that far back, you're going to be pretty lucky. Might get 79, but nothing that far back. But anyway, go ahead, start the countdown here. Hopefully everybody's ready. Uh, WWW, which was Worldwide Wrestling Federation Championship Wrestling, from September 17th, 1977. So here we go. 5, 4, 3, 1. Press play now. And yes, that is a very, very young Vince McMahon. And he's just doing the commentary play by play. The Grand Wizard and Stan Stasiak. Gary Michael Capetta. He was doing ring announcing for a long time. And apparently, and that's one of those legendary managers who don't really get spoken about today, but you kind of heard his name a lot in the 80s when they talk about old managers and stuff. Yeah, Stan the Man Stagey out there. Another guy who used to heart punch. So yes, Grand Wizard, real name Ernie Roth, passed away in 1983, a heart attack. Was only 57 years old. Uh, the real name was Erwin Ernie Roth. Uh, and an interesting thing, this is matters to some people. He was a homosexual. Some people do say they were aware. Uh, and a lot of times, back in that day, people knew, like Jim Barnett, people knew he was homosexual. Funny fact, though, talking about that, uh, go back and watch I think it is on YouTube still. I think the Bill Watts shooting interview. He was talking about Jim Barnett. Jim Barnett, I think, had territory in Kentucky, was a promoter and stuff like that before he came to Atlanta. But before he went to Atlanta, actually, he promoted in Australia, in which his friend Rock Hudson was living or doing a movie down there at the time. So he went down there with Rock Hudson, Jason Hudson, or however you want to call it. Um, I just think they were just friends, I guess. But uh, yeah, he made comments like, yeah, people talking about Rock Hudson, being a homosexual. Hell, we knew he was a homosexual way before anybody else did, because Tim Barnett was pretty open. Uh, there's an interesting fact, but yeah, he was I'm pretty sure people knew at the time and just said, "Hey, whatever he does. Who cares?" Especially when you're a top manager or a top personality, period, and drawing money, helping draw money. Nobody. But yeah, here's Stan Stasiak, like I said, a former world WW, WWWF world champion. He was the father of Sean Stasiak. Sean Stasiak didn't quite make it big in wrestling. He had passed away in 1970, or excuse me, 1997. But yeah, he was a territory guy. Um, so yeah, okay, he's the one who defeated Pedro Morales. So yeah, and we're talking about Jim Barnett. I kind of went through here. The name of Jim Barnett's promotion in Australia was World Championship Wrestling. But unfortunately, we didn't get the dreaded heart punch. Golden Terror. And the Golden Terror putting the boots on poor Ted there. Now, who was the Golden Terror? That was the Duke of Dorchester, Pete Doherty. I think this is somewhat of a push for him. Like, yeah, really too much of a major push. Actually, he wrestled on the first Saturday night's main event where he lost to the Junkyard Dog. Had a short-lived feud with King Bundy. Saw that move. It's a double scratching abdominal claw hole thing. There you go. An eternal. But yep, I've had enough of this. He's tickling. Looks like he's trying to tickle him. I think trying to tickle him. Better to add him too. So yes, the Golden Terror with the belly tickler wins this match. Ted said, "Hey, I'm done." Oh, Ted Adams like, "Hey, done. Quit tickling me. Quit tickling me. I give. I give." Butcher Bashan. Yes, from the famous Bashan family. He like just towers over his opponent. I think that's the one that lost his leg, right? Or was it Mad Dog? Okay, no, it's Butcher Bashan or Mad Dog Bashan. Okay, my bad. I'd have been- Yeah, it was Mad Dog Bashan. Butcher Bashan lost. Yeah, supposedly Mad Dog was really crazy. Open up airplane doors when it's still in the air. Yeah, very. But yeah, they were legit brothers. Mad Dog and Butcher. Joking on Foot Locker. he was kissing their ref was like, "Hey, you look pretty cute." So I gave him a kiss. Down with that, brother. Okay, that's enough, kid. That got a little bit of shine on me, kid. Boy, man, he's Canadian. Hey, yo, Hosa, give you a little time, okay? Give you a little shine time, okay? What you get? Oh, now by the time I started watching wrestling, that move wasn't used that often. So when I did see it, thought it looked pretty cool. Oh, Frank Williams. By golly, Dynamite Jack Evans. This is going to be explosive, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I don't like my hair being pulled. Oh, I said Jack Evans. Paul Evans. No, he's not Vinnie Mac. Kind of getting smacked around there. Oh, there's a big leg. That's got to be it. That's not. There's only one man wins with a big leg drop. Mr. Evans ain't that guy. Fuck this. He tater me, ref. Tater me. Yeah, their foot. Well, I guess they didn't have Foot Locker back in 1970. I have, but they got big in the 80s. That's where you bought your Jordan. Dollars, give or take. $12. Oh, brother. He's mounting a comeback. But it is check Evans. I'm there, Vince. Evans says, look, man, dynamite. I can explode any minute now. Back off there, brother. Dynamite. Bull Nelson. Williams reverses it. Of course, nowadays it's called a hurt lock by Bobby Lashley. But that could be it. Hey, his foot was on rope there, Foot Locker. The painful nerve hole. Yes, that is painful. I mean, non-wrestling fans, yeah, I guess they come behind you and freaking grab you right there on your nerve, and it would freaking hurt. Hit you at the right spot. It freaking it hurt. But Jack is trying to make Adams there choke on something else. Hey, buddy, you're in a public place. You're doing that. I ain't not be doing that. I think every star of this program has been a heel, baby faces. So here comes Frank. The Franco-Maniacs are run a while now. He's franking up, brother. That's, that's enough. That's enough. So that dynamite. That's it. Dynamite Jack Evans with a dynamite knee off the second rope. Yeah, Vince was pretty much just a by himself, little straight man type commentator. Not found this niche yet. He did get a little more boisterous. 1, 2. There's you pencil-neck geeks. That is classy Freddie Blassie right there. And Arnold Skaaland, he managed Bob Backlund. Yeah, you got a couple legends for you. Jay Strombo and Peter Maivia. Young Nikolai Volkov. Still a thick motherfucker. Of course, the grandfather of Dwayne Johnson. And Strombo, I don't think he's a real Indian either. He's an Italian guy. Jay Scarborough, real name. Oh, Scarpa, excuse me. Luke Joseph Scarpa. Yeah, Italian America. And Johnny Rods. I mean, he's a long time enhancement talent for the WWWF, WWF. They train a bunch of people too. But yeah, he would train Taz, Tommy Dreamer, Devon Dudley, Damian Demento, Prince Nana, Marty Bell, Andy Chu, Big Vito, Masha Slampovich, William Morrissey, who is Big Bill. That's Russo. Matt Stryker, S.T. Jones, Kevin Matthews, Bill DeMott, yeah, Dick Dudley, Bubba Ray, and Devon as well. Never held any championships in the WWF or WWF, but he was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 1996. And here's Big Nikolai. But yeah, the Strombos were very popular in the WWF. Of course, Jay would become a agent for the WWF. A little bit of mixed reaction to his agent stylings, I guess. Duck got all four men in the ring now. Oh, a little tiptoe spot. Come on, ref. Why you kicking me out there, ref? Want to start this double teaming crap? Yes, those tattoos you see on his down his waist, down his leg, those were all hand done tattoos, Samoan tattoos. So yeah, you, I got one. It was not kind of like a baby type pain, but it was a normal with a gun and everything. So yeah, you gotta be a bad man to be able to handle getting tattooed on your body like that. So he's about to be on a warpath. Might be a little bit ahead here. Little- Ooh, Rod's missed that one. Changed his social plan. Big knee lift. He is on a warpath. Tag into Peter Maivia. Big flying headbutt. That's gonna be it. So we didn't get that big Jay Strongbow sleeper hold in this one. I also want to see who the executive producer was. But yeah, probably not the probably at that time action packed. You know, uh, mostly heels in the match. Didn't even get to see a heart punch from Stasiak. That was a little disappointing. The, Literally the deadliest move I was this was say it, 2009, 2010, somewhere around. I don't remember, but it was somewhere in that time. I got probably a lot of you, especially if you like the hardcore deathmatch style, the ECW style, and all that. A guy by the name of Tank, managed by the Reverend Dan Wilson. Or I think it was a little after the Devil's Rejects angle and Anarchy Wrestling. Uh, he started using the heart punch, and some guy just did not get it. He was wrestling. I forgot the guy's name. He was wrestling. It didn't matter. He didn't make too many appearances after that. That makes me wonder what happened. Or would like to hear the full story on that one. But Hank at the previous show would started using a heart punch, and then he wrestled this one guy. I think it was like a couple months later or something like that. He started wrestling a guy and pulled the arm back, hit him with a heart punch, and the guy went down. Started getting up. Oh, Hank did it again. He started getting up, and Tank just looked at him and said, "Boy, what's wrong with you? That's two heart punches, the most deadly move in professional wrestling, and you're getting up." Um, Not saying anything that was happened to him was a little snug after that, but I'm pretty sure I'm thinking they had to talk back. Uh, yeah, like I said, nothing happened in front of people except for that comment. I don't remember if there was any kind of snug kicks or anything like that. But Tank being a pro, I think he won the match. I think he used like a choke breaker or something, or the GTS, before it became like popular. But I'm pretty sure they had talked. I need to ask him that. Never see him. But before he became an Undertaker, Mark Callis, there's another guy who used a heart. But being a kid and you seen Ox Baker, I mean, you look see how scary Ox Baker looked scary. I mean, we seen a picture of him, at the beginning of the program. He looks scary, and he's delivering a thing called the heart punch, and the way they would sell that move on TV, and it's like, oh, it's the especially when I started watching wrestling, they put on there. It's like, yeah, this maneuver here has uh, I don't know, like, I can't say, caused two wrestlers to pass away after giving the is this move illegal? But yeah, it was a deadly move. Seen Ox Baker do it. Jesse Stan do it. I seen Mark Callis use it. This this weird thing about all that talent they had at the time and just did not do with it. But it was the whole wrestling business at the time was kind of going through a down period because of the scandals. Um, I think me and Mark could have been promoted well. I think generally, I think when wrestling would pick up, he would have been one of those guys that either either as Undertaker or as me Mark. If it if he had kept me Mark, I think he would eventually got over. And of course, he could have been one of those people who like Terry Gordy and Steve Williams has made us money, but why not go to WWF and got over quick? pretty sure there's a future episode down the road where we'll talk about The Undertaker, me, Mark Callis, Master of Pain, Punisher, and the names kid used. Well, The Undertaker. Actually, he came in as Kane, The Undertaker, right now. But yeah, so it'd be cool if yeah, Texas Red. Remember Texas Red? Hey, was that probably his first one? Is that the one he wrestled as when he faced Bruce? I think Bruiser Brody was his first opponent. But yeah, that's especially at the red mask, Texas Red. But yeah, when he, like I said, it kind of made me a fan of Mark Callis. To seeing this big, huge dude not only delivering a heart punch, but even a cooler move was where he would walk the top rope and deliver the heat-seeking elbow or whatever they called it, or he would deliver. Sometimes he would finish it off. Then I think there was a Memphis. He was in Memphis. He would walk the ropes and did it a couple times. But yeah, he walked the ropes. Not when he did old school where he gave somebody an arm wrench, walked the ropes, and then walked and kind of give him a forearm shot. This was him by opponent laying on the ground, him by himself, getting on top rope, walking across it, not totally across it, but walking at least to the middle, then delivering elbow drop. So that Undertaker, Mark Callis wasn't a small man, but like I said, had a very good long career as the yeah, got a little bit of road as a Sid Vicious's replacement. And yeah, that's before yeah, when he first came in, he was the Sid Vicious replacement in Skyscrapers with Danny Spivey. Then when I guess Spivey got fired or left, 'cause, Paul E. Dangerously had bought the contract from Teddy Long. I think Teddy Long started managing Boom. But then Paul Heyman got Mark Callis. But I mean, hindsight being 2020, maybe Ole knew what's going on and said, "This company ain't nobody gonna pay to see Mark Callis right now, but me, Mark Callis." Superstar Billy Graham be on this episode. I was kind of reading the might not have been this one, might have been another one. But Billy Graham be on the episode. Yeah, like we got to see Johnny Ross, the young Nikolai Volkov too is still fucking thick, still big. A little leaner, but still freaking big. Got a bigger name, got bigger meals. I mean, he wasn't like Butcher Bashan. Hey, there's been too many seeing him. Yeah, they said he was a little, but Mad Dog was the craziest one. You're actually after this one, check out my recap of the Tales from the Territories AWA, or go see Tales from the Territory AWA. Yeah, watch the episode and watch my. They kind of tell you how crazy Mad Dog was. Well, that's cool. You can turn it on, watch it again. Make ev- make everybody you have company with turn their phones on, watch the full episode. Gotta get some here, make some comments, all that good shit. But anyway, think I'm gonna call it a night right now. I'm a little tired, a little weary. Of course, hungry. It's spaghetti night or uh my after show spaghetti, lazy spaghetti. Yep, yeah. I'll watch the whole too long, less than 2 hours. Not less than 2 hours. Not the 10-minute countdown. I'm about to fix me a bowl of it, a nice bowl of it. 'Cause I've been working out of town. Uh, couple of the chicken patty, microwavable chicken patty, chicken sandwiches. Did that like Monday. Had Del Taco. Last night had a bowl of cereal. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, he seems to always do that. Yeah, I'll be going to Southern Fried Championship Wrestling uh Saturday night. Of course, that night one of SummerSlam will be this Saturday. I'm still not a fan of that 2 night thing, but it is what it is. I'll try to make videos of it. It might be really quick, little recaps. Then next Thursday we'll really dive into it, getting in the nuts and bolts of it. Looks like, I mean, good card though. Darn good card. Damn good card. See, yeah, keep it for WrestleMania. Great, but let's not do SummerSlam. Whatever other, big shows are talking about doing 2 nights of. I mean, it's great. You got all these matches you can have and stuff like that. But it should be, I mean, a good couple of nights. I will say, thank goodness I don't. I don't know that. Yeah, what times it start on Sunday? God, yeah, it'd be like Tony Khan all in one night. God, that was way. Deep. Except for I'm pretty sure the SummerSlam matches ain't gonna be 20 to 30, 40 minutes apiece. I know Saturday I'll probably come home. It's usually Mandarin shows or the Southern Fry shows. They usually um I held the last show in at like 30. They usually end about 10. So I'm usually home by 30. probably catch a little bit of before I go to sleep. Fast forward through a lot of it. Six. So yeah, that'll probably end about 10 o'clock. Which means okay. Which means I'll probably have to wait till Sunday morning to watch the Saturday SummerSlam because which one was it? Is that how they're like post premium live event, post conference, yes, or whatever at that time, and you can't like start it over. Like Peacock, you couldn't start it over from the beginning. Match number one. I'll probably have to wait till Saturday morning. So I'll not making any promises. Try to make a couple of videos of that, but they'll probably be like little quick little recaps. So we'll do a little deep dive in it next Thursday on Spot Show points for that. Like I said, phone call at night tonight. Appreciate everybody who joined me live and in the chat. Uh, everybody who watched this, appreciate you as well. Um, like I said, get your neighbor, get your friends, get your enemy, get your clock. Guess I can watch an hour and a half of pre-show. Brothers, 4:30, 4 o'clock. Either way, definitely watch it. Like I said, appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, pass the word around, check me out. Probably not that way though. Um, other than that, you folks have a good one. Take it easy. Oh, remember, it is the first of the month. It is the 1st of August. I think we had two technicians who got pulled over today. One of our lab guys got pulled over. Uh, no tail, no tail lights or something. Tail lights weren't working, or brake lights weren't working. So he got pinged. Yeah, watch your speed out there. Don't drink and drive and all. Even though I usually say this for holidays, but might as well say it now because they're on the prowl right now. Anyway, like I said, I appreciate everybody tuning in. Non-subscriber, on that subscribe button. If you didn't watch this live, hey, there's still the comment section there. Leave me some comments there. Um, I think I got a new subscriber last night. He or she watched a couple of my videos. Obviously, not from here. Comments were, I want to say German. If you're out there, I'm guessing that was German. Um, but I did make the conscious effort to type it out and get a translate of what he or she said. Um, what this person said. Got the name of it. I wish to give you a shout out, but but yes, leave a comment and I will. Might be a little thank you or something like that, but or I'll elaborate a little more to effort to at least acknowledge everybody a little more than some. I'll leave a comment right back to you. Other than that, you folks have a good one. Take it easy. And until next time.
So long from the peach state of Georgia.
Ronald Ray here saying thank you for checking out my video. If you don't mind, go ahead and click that thumbs up button, leave a comment, and share this video with family and friends. I would also appreciate it if you would subscribe to RP2 Vision, where I cover the sport of professional wrestling from yesterday to today. Now don't forget to click the notification bell as well, so you'll be notified when my other weekly content is available, like Wrestling Trivia Tuesday, WWE Raw Recap, and AEW Dynamite Recap. I also have 2 live streams. Every Thursday at 8 p.m., it's Spot Show Live Stream, where I discuss the latest news in professional wrestling. And on Friday nights at 8 o'clock p.m., it's Wrestling Gold Friday Night, where I discuss the good old days of professional wrestling. When wrestling was wrestling, wrestling was real because it's still real to us. Folks, have a good one and take it easy.